Hello and welcome back. It's been a while since I've done this one for me. One of the main reasons why we had to take a break for so long from this game was my controller started to not work. But yeah, now it's working again. Also, I've decided I'm just not going. Pandora! She's just going around making noises. I'm probably not going to do voices anymore. I'll probably do them spontaneously, but probably not for long. And now I have to remember how to play Dancer. Given how poorly this man has covered his tracks, I am inclined to believe that he will come to the Crozier sooner rather than later to procure the usual assortment of goods. Let us head there, Edgar. We must follow the trail while it's still fresh. But yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's just been a while since I've done this recording. You've done this style of recording. But yeah, the new controller I got is a powered Xbox Series controller that has Tiny Tina Wonderland as its design. Oh, ready to go. Someone walks immediately by it. If he comes this way to purchase food and medicine from which next certainly as Blessing's note indicates, we shouldn't have long. Ed, you ever there? That scarf, those robes. That's our man. Pleasure to see you again, sir. The usual. And don't forget the you know what. Hurry, again, we mustn't let him out of sight. Yeah, the old controller, the button finally, the A button went out on me. So I had to get a new one because, unlike this new one, it didn't have extra buttons. Which I have a friend who always gets his control, like his Xbox controller has like 4 or 5 extra buttons on it. I don't really know how the mapping of the buttons and stuff go, but yeah. I won't have to know about it for a while. Oh, that also reminds me, 255 straight, 255 straight. Sundry Splendors Vendor. Okay, so it goes up all the way to 270. Let's buy us some gear. inventory. Let's go to character. Bring this window up. Do that. So we're up at 263 with all of this. So it's just the gear, the body plate now. Wrong inventory. Yeah, I also haven't played this in a while. I've been mostly playing Total War. He's passed. Since I got my hands on Total Warhammer 3. I've owned 1 and 2, but since I've gotten 3, I've just basically been playing it a lot more frequently than I used to. A suspect just passed through the arc of the where there are like to be fewer people. Take care not to be spotted. But yeah, I'll be going to the augments a lot more frequently. It's less that it's required, it's more out of habit. Since on my other character, I've been leveling up a lot of other like lower class characters, and since I've done all of the quests, it's pretty difficult to get gear after that, other than just buying it. Even then, the bot gear usually isn't that good as the gear that you could get from that. Let's see, controls. I've also been learning computers, like some more of the computer stuff. Yeah, that should be good. I just wanted to check my audio levels, make sure I wasn't too loud or too quiet. It would appear our suspect is not alone. He has a guard with him. I should like very much to know the contents of that carriage. Keep them distracted while I sneak past, will you? Approach them and unannounced. Announce you are here to conduct a surprise inspection. You will doubtless command their full attention for a sufficient amount of time. Are you ready, Edgar? Very good. Like I said, I'm not going to do the voices anymore, and I'm doing them. I'm just going to be spontaneously doing them, unlike me trying to figure out what voices to do and stuff like I used to. Mainly because I forget the voices that I'm doing so frequently. I might as well just stop doing them together and just let them come out spontaneously. Inspection? What in the seven hells are you on about? We are no temple knights. You have no right, unless... Just the goods have been properly secured, and the carriage is ready for a quick getaway if necessary. Right then, where we oh yes, we need not be consorting to your expectation. Now kindly piss off. Damn it, boy, what are you doing? My apologies, I thought I saw this movement around back. Maybe I should go and check. Idiots, can't you see this goon is intent on starting a fight? Take care of him first and conduct your checks after. As for you, you should have run while you still had the chance. Oh, he's running. Shield Samba closed position. All right. XIV was as we suspected. The thugs and his guard have been holding Yula hostage in the back of this carriage ever since she's vanished. Though this ordeal has undoubtedly caused her a deal of distress, she does not appear to be physically injured. While you are doubtless eager to question her, as I am, she must be given time to rest and recuperate. These two, on the other hand, need not be afforded any such consideration. You there, what is the meaning of this? It seems all that commotion has drawn the attention of the guards. Excellent. They can deal with the ruffians. One of them just pulls out a rifle. I shall escort Yula to the scholar dormitory and speak with the instructors. When all has been settled, let us speak again at St. Raymond's Cathedral. Yeah, the main thing I wanted to say is I'm going to start doing like little bit of breaks, like after I get done with like each of the big things, like the expansion, the after expansion stuff, like in between that type of stuff, I'll be doing other games. I'll be recording other games, just like how I did with Scribblenauts. So I'll be once we get up to the point where it would be this game and then Stormblood, I'll do another game in between. And I'll do that all the way up till we get to Endwalker, because after I get done with Endwalker, I'm not going to do the post game of Endwalker. At least not with Edgar. But yeah, by then I should think that the 7.0 might be out by then, but if not, eh. You should be glad to hear that Ola will be fine. Sister Gotella is with her, now attending to her needs as we speak. I expect she will soon be strong enough to answer our questions. Until then, however, we must make do with what information the Temple Knights can extract from the kidnappers. Unfortunately, while the ruffians confessed to abducting Ula in exchange for a large sum of gil, they have told us little else of value thus far. Apparently their employer draped themselves in such thick furs that they could not even say if they were a man or a woman. They claim this cloaked figure offered no explanation as to why they wanted them to snatch the girl and keep her confined to the carriage indefinitely, and so had no choice but to keep moving, to stay ahead of the Temple Knights and await further instructions. Hopefully we will learn more as the investigation progresses. I fear, however, our mastermind has cloaked themselves in layer upon layer of secrecy, and it will take more than a few pointed questions to penetrate all of them. Just get shield bashed by the statue. Reg smush on floor. But regardless of how well they have hidden their intentions and their identity, we will bring them to justice soon enough. And once we learned all that we can from our friends in the Temple Knight's custody, as well as Ula, we will be that much closer to restoring peace to the Scholarite. Yeah, need to move the mic so it's a bit more comfortable. To shine the light of truth upon the secret behind it in the dark, the children once more came together, that they might know her power and glory. Back to school too. That was one quest last time when I stopped. Of course. Why wouldn't I be? The student body's revenge. Edgar, I was wondering when you show up. The Temple Knight had deemed Ula fit to recount the events of her kidnapping, and have taken her into the room just beyond for questioning, with Betsy to accompany for support. It would appear the questioning is done. Let us see what we might learn. Hail, my good man. I am Inspector Bradian, and this is my associate Edgar. I understand that you have spoken with Ula regarding her kidnapping. Is there aught you might share with us? Inspector Bradian, Master Edgar, I fear that it would seem that Lady Ula knows even less of her abduction than we do. As she tells it, the only people she saw during her captivity were the two thugs now in our custody. Questioned them thrice over, but they insist their employer had disguised themselves so well we can't say for certain if they are man or woman, much less give us a description. For little it's worth, we did learn that the two were once orphans raised as the charge of the sea, to betray the nation that fed and clothed them for a handful of coin. But I must return to my post. Should we come across anything of actual significance, I shall be sure to alert you. Hi there, Pandora. Looks like Pandora just got done eating. Let's see, are there any details our friends may have neglected to mention? I fear that Ula's testimony proved entirely unenlightening. There is another development, however, that has been troubling me. Rumors that Archibanian is behind the abduction are circulating around the Scholarite once more. Again with these asinine allegations. And this time the students seem convinced more than ever of his guilt. No longer content to sit back and wait for events to take their course, they've been pushing for his expulsion. Theo has been doing his best to convince them to disregard the rumors, but that seems any mention of Archibald only serves to fuel the rage. I must hurry back and help him. I wonder if there's a joke weapon where Edgar will throw pizzas. I suspect that this is less a reflection on the perfect himself than a manifestation of aimless anxiety and fear. Still, I dare say the commotion might prove to be an opportunity in disguise. I shall make my way to the vaults to continue my own investigation. In the meantime, I ask that you go and keep an eye on the some ministerians, and an ear to the ground. That's gonna be hard. Edgar don't got ears. This jams his horns into the ground instead. I shall hear the vibrations. I need to go to a store at one of these points to sell the knickknacks and stuff. Another productive day. And what if this Ruffian truly were in his employ, and we to stand idly by until he betrays one of us as he did poor Ola? His refusal to provide us with anything resembling a reasonable explanation speaks for itself. The boy is guilty, and I say we move to have him expelled from the Scholarites, effectively immediately. Theomore sent. I demand that you take lead of this charge. Eh? He's about to move, but no words are coming out. Thank the fill you've come, Edgar. Since the headmistress called everyone away for an emergency meeting, it has been absolute chaos. They're so incident that they won't listen to what Theo or I say. Perhaps we were to speak with them, it would help to soothe their angry feelings. Well, I can't listen. We can't listen to him either. He's gone mute. We gotta get us a translator. Oh, before we forget, tiny child. So if we're no proof that he had had a newless abduction, he is guilty of so much more than that. Just ask anyone who suffered under his reign of terror. I'm sick of Opium pushing us around. If we don't take action now, we're stopping from consoling to make our lives miserable, or worse. Tactical nuke. The frustration anxiety has been building ever since Sula first went missing, and has finally come to the surface. For better or worse, it's all directed at Archivon. One thing for sure, if he didn't deserve it for this, he deserves it for something else. I think we should let the student body have him. You're mute. We've put you on mute. There's no evidence against Archibald, just vague rumors that keep making the rounds. While all the resentment towards him, however, I guess we will have what we need to indict him. Hey. Looks like an honor to say you have the right of it. The prefect has the riches of House Desmil at his disposal and powerful allies just waiting to spring to his aid. We must step back and consider our actions carefully, lest we find ourselves sprung up by the necks. So you would suggest we do nothing? The longer we dither without taking action, the greater the risk of us finding us out. And when he does, he'll see every last one of us suffer for it. Mark my words. Here's the thing. Edgar, someone who's this outside the room was able to tell you guys are consorting against him. I'm pretty sure he already knows, just like everybody else. As frightened as sure as we are, but that is precisely why we must proceed with caution. As you rightly observe, we must act out of if we act out of anger, despair, we only doom ourselves to failure. Doom! Please, sir, if you would rally his spirits as you have calmed mine. Emote. It has been too long since I've emoted. Oh, rally. course, if it's exactly as you say, forgive me, my fears have gotten the better of me. Indeed, there is little he can do to us if we act as one, and proceed with due caution. On him at once, Archibald should move from the school. The administration will keep us safe, so we need not fear his retribution ever again. We must move swiftly, but surely to ensure his expulsion. Theosint, can we count on you to lead us? Oh, for fuck's sake! I've just rocked around in the circle. The reading circle has appeared. Thank you, Edgar. Now that everyone is feeling more at ease, let us open the floor for discussion. I welcome any and all options, provided that they are delivered in a calm and orderly fashion. I believe there's just one cause to expel Archibald. As Edgar was kind enough to point out, however, we should not act rashly. That is why you, Thurskell, with your calm demeanor, are best suited to head our pew, to have him removed. What say you? Given that way he's treated you in the past, I can understand why you readily assume the worst of him. I cannot help but believe, however, that he too is a victim in all this. I strain to think that anyone who cares so deeply about the Sword and its inhabitants could commit such an atrocity. Theo, for the very sake, you would defend the very individual who, for the past several years, ridiculed and tortured us. Is it so impossible for you to believe that he is capable of such villainy? Until there is proof to say he is guilty, we must give him the benefit of the doubt. Theo is right. I believe no great love for Oedipus either. But even the Temple Knights have been unable to uncover a single piece of evidence trying him to the kidnappings. The same Knights have pulled the rules over their eyes for 1,000 years, stripping us of all we own to protect men like him. How heartening that is to hear. I would have thought that after all you've endured at Archibald's hands, you would stand with us. I see I was wrong. Friends, it would seem the commoner has grown to content under the nobleman's yoke. To fight for his ideals, if we are to see justice served, we must do so with our own strength, with our own voices. Let's draft a petition that our grievances might be heard, and the blackguard expelled. Bye-bye. How can they be so blind? The villain who kidnapped Ula is playing us all for fools, stoking the flames of hatred that we might all be consumed by them. Yeah. If only I could have done more to dissuade them. This blind precaution will only serve to further divide us, and expulsion would be a tremendous loss for the scholarate. Why will no one listen to reason? Yeah, there was still time to turn things around. I'm sure of it. I'll help you any way I can. Pandora no want belly rub? Thank you, Blessing, for your kind words indeed. It's not too late to reverse the course of today's events. Why, we should try speaking with Father Suetonius. Surely he'll know what to do. Incredible, despite all that, he still intends on saving Archibald. Edgar, there's no talking him out of it now. Considering how our last discussion ended, it would put me much at ease if you were accompanying us. I shall be staying behind. There are a few things I would attend here. My dear Bessie, if you want, I could do with an extra pair of hands. In that case, Edgar, let us make haste to the cathedral. The Mistress meeting will not run forever. We must catch Father Suetonius before the others do. Oh, there are still going to be a few characters I will be doing the voices for, by the way. Just because I like doing their voices that way. This is little baby successfully and they have to get the position. I just looking for the field of the naturally the system that I have a very significant to Japan that is shortly after my own song recommendation in favor of Aquavisions immediately in the sensible expressive form of scholars. Hey, Father, we are not here to support the petition, but rather to argue against it. We cannot rightly expel Aquavision for a crime that the evidence, or lack thereof, suggests he did not commit. But it is not because I do need to comply, as I have such a level of the position. Then why? Consider yes, have been collected by men and women who will see from the terrible tin instead of Russia. I mean, not projecting the physical. What are you saying? You say that is something you must know. When I was young, I too was taken under the wing of fellow Christians. It was by his good wishes that I came to the nation to avoid, not like yourselves. I delivered to die to our studies, that I might prove myself worthy of his kindness. My education was the at the top of my class, and the cares of stars as the sun and the archives. Along some of this earth, the holy slave of esteemed individuals. It was there that I met the man who would become my closest friend and confidant. For 10 years he had toiled on the sea's darkest spaces, looking to see that the element truth of this God's house would never see the light of day, until the day the village was too great to bear, and he took his own life. For years, I have torn between my grief and anger at not being able to save them from their fate. Sharing my anger would consume me, I found succor in my religion. Day and night I poured over scriptures and found soon I found myself back and used very hard as a student but as a teacher. A tragic story indeed. And you have my condolences for your loss, but what does this have to do with Archibald? All the fairies laws will all men they save, and by the balance of her spear will all be set free. That the future are familiar with these words. You should deny the teachings of value of living commit the greatest sin of all. They must bear all responsibility for the injustice on the victims of our society. Master Archibald has done nothing but scorn the proof pen within his home. His dismissal is long overdue. This man is the very nose. I bear no love of the bastard. But what do you propose to lay the blame for generation upon generation of the church's transgressions at his feet? I do, and only what must be done. Countless lives were lost in the Ferguson law, and we must needs purge the city who expose the false ideas that all men are not born equal. That's the sin of our past, I'll never repeat it, and every clergy might be restored to their former glory. I have faith in you, my citizen. Reflect on the teachings of Father Chestnut. If you do not understand now, you will soon enough. I forgot how much that hurt my jaw. It is true that Father Chestnut, I'm just going to keep calling you Chestnut, even though I know that's probably not how you say it, was an ardent advocate of equality, who strove always to adhere to the principles, respond to an equal under her ever-watchful gaze. This equality true that as well been outspoken in condemning in self-same passage. Still, that hardly wants his expulsion. You must admit the man has a point. Making an example of the son of one of the Chicago's most prominent houses would send a message. It just might be the fastest way to bring about the change he seeks. Whether or not that change would be for the better is another matter entirely. It was one thing when it was just an Ingram mob of Sumerians. Calling for advocate and said, now that Father Satarius intends to lead the charge, it's another matter entirely. Whatever are we to do? Suplex! But to go with Sarkovin is nothing if not astute. He should have an idea of how to extract himself from the predicament. Come, let us make for the pillars. We will suplex him off the pillars, into the foundation, all the way into the sea of clouds. So that right, Pandora. Pandora want to make him go into the sea of clouds. Does Pandora want to be a cute little baby? Yeah, Pandora's still next to me. The whipping boy! Hey, Rose, this has nothing to do with you. Suplex! Basic accusations, will you care to hold on me this time? Attempt to destroy the church, or perhaps you are here to bring the personal hand I had in investigating the Dragon Song War. Perhaps instead of entertaining every ridiculous rumor you hear, you might actually make yourself useful for once. You can start by questioning those two beside you. Lebrosar, Kang, we are being questioned. After all, they're the ones who arranged this entire farce and have been spreading those letters and that transparent attempt to incriminate me that I might be expelled. Places like Levelin, we know that the accusations being leveled at you are unfounded. I know that we had our differences, but today we came to lend you our aid. He's so full of rage. He can scarce hear a word I say. Please, Edgar, perhaps you could try soothing him. Passing this small victory while you can for this slight against House Dusmel shall not be forgiven. I wanted to see if he would react. But don't make me laugh. You expect me to believe that you, the two who would stand to gain the most from my expulsion, have not so much as seen that nonsense that have been making the rounds in the dormitories? The truth revealed. Archbishop is a kidnapper. Trust me. Trust me. Were we to try and place you in a crime you didn't commit, we would have done a far more thorough job than this. Indeed, this range simply makes an appeal to emotion, without a single piece of concrete evidence to support the accusation. Fine, perhaps it wasn't you two after all. Still, I'm sure that when I get my hands on the commoner that did this, they'll rue the day they thought to meddle with the affairs of House Desmond. You best realize we commoners are not the ones on trial here. You are. I suggest you watch your tongue unless you would prefer to lose the only allies you seem to have these days. Do not lose heart, Archibald. Together we'll uncover the truth and see that the baseless petitions against you is withdrawn. Oh, why would I need your help? My innocence is beyond question, and the failure herself will see my good name restored. I pray that she will. In the meantime, we too shall do our part. For Furia's sake, Theo, leave it be. That aside, where did these papers even come from? And why didn't we receive one? If I need to guess, perhaps they were given only to those more inclined to believe in the accusations. Listeners aren't that best. If anything, these letters will only give me the clues I need to identify the coward behind them. As a matter of fact, I believe I know precisely where to begin my search. Brilliant. We would be more than happy to assist you in the investigation. Where would you have us go? And hand you the very knife you would put in my back? Do you think me daft? If the petition is approved, I am expelled. That would put you right at the top of the classes. How very convenient. Oh, didn't you see? It is not for awards or allegations that I study the scriptures as I do. I seek to follow in the footsteps of Father Cautionneau. It was he who granted me the chance to achieve the grand vision he had for our realm and bring relief to those in need of spiritual succor. For the fairy's love with all men receive, and by the balance of her spirit will all be set free. I share the wisdom of these words with all of Ishgard. Volume 11 of 72 articles of fine policy. What is it with commoners and obsession with that over-ideal screed? Come, Mochibin, and let us not waste any further time in entertaining the idle musings of the riffraff. Look, we can manage just fine without your help. But if you do find anything, not that we expect you to, just report back to us if you know what's good for you. Understood? If I didn't know better, I would almost say that sounded like a thank you. Well, if there's anything else to do, I suppose we should start to work. Excellent, ideal, but where do you propose we should start? The Fury save us. Well, that's gonna be the end of this episode. And the next episode, hopefully we'll be able to finish this quest line up. Until then,